we'll get to that here shortly. So now that we've prepended all of our past variables, we can easily grab just those variables in this redirect by doing a form variables name equals CTR underscore and exact equals false. And then we can simply do name equals value and okay. Now this is getting a little beyond what we really need to accomplish for this tutorial, but it's a good opportunity to show the use of this form variables. This form variables context is going to grab past form variables, like it says. So we're also setting some parameters here which look for only the form variables that start with CTR underscore, I should say, that contain the CTR underscore.
We should probably also mention just a little basics about form variables. It's a lot like a search. When you say form variables, it's going to take the list that it's remembered of all the form variables and loop through them one after another. And every time it loops through, it's going to display the next name and value pair. So if you do a context like that just out by itself in a page with a return character after value, it's a really great way to troubleshoot a page that you might be having problems with, because it's going to display name equals and then whatever the value is. And whenever I get stuck, I usually always paste that near the top of the page and then test the page again just to see what's making it through, what names.
I'm sure we'll use that.
Probably now.
in that at some point. What Patrick's saying is this form variables is also a useful troubleshooting tool in certain situations, but just not to get too far ahead of ourselves, we're just using this to, instead of typing out all the form variable parameters that we need, we can just grab them all at one single statement right there. So I saved that, and what this whole thing does is it avoids that, back to the purpose here, it avoids the...
so now this URL has the action add to cart. Well, we actually have to...
So if I was to add another product...
Now let's look at the URL.
I can redirect here.
Because the URL will tell us...
Yeah, we can look at the URL.
If there's an add to cart still in the URL, and there's not.
And there's not. So
it's remembered everything else about where we're at, but it's just
if I refresh,
command.
It's just going to go to that same page without adding a cart. So, but now we got all these things in our cart, and we want to get rid of some of them now.
Can I make a suggestion here?
Yes.
See, we have your cart, and we display pictures and prices. Now the obvious thing would be to add a button to get rid of each item that you had too many of, and then we'd probably want a way to adjust the quantity. Pretty soon we've built all the functions that are supposed to be on a view cart page down in the navigation bar. So maybe what we ought to do is simplify that and just say view your cart, or just view cart, and then in parentheses 6 items. And then when you click that button, the display of what's actually in there is on the main body of the page.
Right. Yeah, that's the idea. In effect, these images are a little big, perhaps. I just wanted to give the shopper an idea of what he's added there. So let's first, before we forget, I'm going to add that add to cart feature on the detail page, because we've got it on the body results here somewhere. There it is. So I'm just going to grab this exact line. It won't be exact here, but it'll be close. So now we need to find the add to cart. I know it's staring me in the face. There it is. Yep, it was.
Don't worry, they can't see me point. But I'll announce it.
Okay. So we need to change a few of these params because we're in a different page entirely, and the only thing that's being passed here is this CTR underscore PSKU thing. So I'm going to change this. Oops, no, we still need the page, but we don't need the category or search terms or we do need the SKU. And we don't need this search params either. So action, we have the action, we have the designator, ID designator here, so that should be good for that. We can test it real quick just to make sure. Go to some product here, and at the bottom.
Oh, I think you clicked off of it.
Did I? Okay.
Yeah.
Nope. Oops, I forgot the index, the page name there. So.
Why don't you go back and show that again, just so we can to help the user troubleshoot that a little better.
When you click
as
here,
embarrassing as it is for us to have a page show up like this, you actually read the URL here, you can see the error.
We'll just say wait till you try it.
Your errors will be much better than our errors.
So right here, there's supposed to be a page name index.dna question mark. So I'll just go back and quickly add that there. Oh, they might not make any mistakes.
No,
maybe it's just
but then
us.
it'll be a comedy film.
Okay, so I'm just going to refresh this page. Click Add to Cart. Now we have a $75 product there. All right, so now we're going. I wanted to reduce the size a little bit of the images.
Yeah, by specifying maybe a height instead of a width, just because it seems like we have.
Either way, it's gonna be the same. So,
yeah.
Which I can't seem to find the. And, oh, thank you, Patrick.
Sure.
I'll just try that. Okay, so now we have this your cart here. One thing we could do is, since it's being hidden, I might want to change this to just a simple checkout link, you know. And
yeah, and I would even duplicate a button from up above, so it looks like a button in the navigation that's only there if there's stuff in the cart.
well, we could do that, yeah. Those. See.
You know, it's kind of, you always have to consider the GUI, you know, and it's like a set of buttons that are hopefully consistent and dependable. So a lot of times if you do text links and buttons and mix them together, you can confuse a customer.
It won't be quite like the other ones because we're inside a table with some padding, but we'll see how it looks. We'll see how it looks.
You could actually start the table right after that row.
Could do that. It might look okay. We'll see how it looks. That doesn't look very good.
Oh, we got to do a span. Oh, I think.
No,
I thought we did that.
the problem is in that div tag we have a width. So we're specifying a width there. But we can. What we can do, this might work just fine, is quickly go to the CSS here and find the nav and the background color. And I was on that page. Nope. There we go. And I could just add a